Hello, I'm Monica Reinagel, and you're listening to the Nutrition Diva podcast. Welcome. November is National Diabetes Awareness Month. This is a time when health and nutrition educators try to increase the public's awareness and understanding of a disease that affects 30 million Americans and threatens 70 million more. So today, I'm going to try to clear up 6 popular misconceptions about type 2 diabetes, which is by far the most common form of diabetes. It's also the most preventable. Support for this podcast comes from Pete and Jerry's Organic Eggs. Pete and Jerry's has done one thing for generations: produce eggs you can be proud of. Their small family farmers across the country take pride in raising hens and providing certified organic, free-range eggs that meet the highest standards. They do it because it's the right way to farm, and also because they want you to be able to believe in what you buy. Learn more at peteandjerrys.com. That's peteandgerrys.com. In type 2 diabetes, either the body does not produce enough insulin or the cells start to ignore that insulin, and as a result, your blood sugar stays too high. 1 in 10 Americans has type 2 diabetes, and a quarter of these don't even realize that they have the disease. And for every person with type 2 diabetes, there are 2 more who are considered pre-diabetic, meaning that their blood sugar levels are in the high normal range. You know, in old medical texts, you'll sometimes see type 2 diabetes referred to as adult onset diabetes, because this condition usually developed in midlife. Unfortunately, as rates of childhood obesity have gone up, type 2 diabetes is now routinely diagnosed in kids. And the earlier someone develops diabetes, the more likely it is that they will eventually experience serious complications. Having type 2 diabetes increases your risk for heart disease, blindness, nerve damage, and kidney damage, especially if your disease is poorly managed. However, people can live long and healthy lives with diabetes if they take proper care of themselves. In some cases, it's even possible to reverse the disease. So with that in mind, let's take a look at some of the most common myths and misunderstandings about type 2 diabetes. Myth number 1, all type 2 diabetics will need to take insulin or other anti-diabetic drugs for life. This is not true. Many newly diagnosed diabetics will not have to take medication if they make appropriate lifestyle modifications, such as managing their diet, exercising, and losing weight if they need to. Even diabetics who are currently taking medications can sometimes reduce or even eliminate their need for these medications by losing weight and managing their diet better. Now, you shouldn't discontinue medications without checking with your doctor, of course, but for type 2 diabetics, this is a real possibility. Myth number 2, diabetics shouldn't eat fruit. Now, it's true, fruit does contain sugar and carbohydrates, which do affect your blood sugar levels, and this leads many to assume that it's off limits for diabetics. But fruit can be a very healthy part of your diet, even if you are diabetic. Fruit contains lots of valuable nutrients, and it does have a milder effect on blood sugar than other types of sweets. A healthy diabetic meal plan might contain 2 or 3 servings of whole fruit every day. Myth number 3, diabetics only need to pay attention to carbohydrates, not protein or fat. Well, carbohydrate-rich foods do have the most dramatic effect on blood sugar, and these are foods like breads, cereal, pasta, rice, potatoes, and of course, desserts. So if you're diabetic, you'll definitely need to watch these types of foods, but you need to pay attention to the rest of your diet too. Because if you're eating too many calories, even if they're not coming from carbohydrates, that's going to make it hard for you to maintain your weight. And that's going to make it much harder for you to manage the disease. So should diabetics go on a low-carb diet? And what can you eat if you're taking medications for your diabetes? I'll have answers to these questions right after this brief break to thank our sponsors. Support for today's show comes from Bare Minerals, creators of clean beauty. Bare Minerals believes that makeup and skincare should make your skin better, not just better looking. That's why their best-selling original foundation is made with only 5 ingredients, all of them minerals. They're good for skin formulas with proven performance. That's clean without compromise. So upgrade to clean beauty products. use the foundation finder at bareminerals.com to find your perfect match and get 20% off with the promo code DIVA. Bare Minerals, it's the power of good. This episode was also brought to you by Hallmark Cards. You know, we always feel like we need a special occasion to give someone a card, but you can give someone a card for any reason at all. I recently got a card in the mail from my sister, who just wanted to tell me she was thinking about me, and it meant so much. It made me think, why don't I do that more often? Why not share some love and appreciation with the people in your life with a Hallmark card? You can send a Hallmark card to just let somebody know that you miss them or that you're thinking about them. It helps them feel like you're right there, even if you're miles away. And they can go back and read that card whenever they miss you. It's really simple, but it's a powerful gesture that makes such a difference. See what a card can do to show someone how much you care. Visit hallmark.com/diva to shop cards for any occasion and use the promo code DIVA to get 20% off your card purchase. That's hallmark.com/diva and the promo code DIVA for 20% off your purchase. Myth number 4. Diabetics have to eat a low carbohydrate diet. Actually, diabetes can be successfully managed on a higher or lower carbohydrate diet. In fact, for decades, the American Diabetes Association recommended that type 2 diabetics eat a low-fat diet, which tends to be higher in carbohydrates. But many studies have now shown that lower carbohydrate diets can be very effective in helping diabetics lose or maintain their weight and improving insulin sensitivity. The key here is to find the approach that works for you, and not just in terms of your health, but also for your lifestyle and your food preferences. If you're diabetic and you've had trouble losing weight or managing your blood sugar on a traditional moderate carbohydrate diet, it's possible that a lower carb approach would work better for you. This is just not a one-size-fits-all prescription. Myth number 5. If I'm using insulin or another anti-diabetic medication, then I can eat what I want. Many people believe that if they're taking a medication to control their diabetes, then they don't need to pay attention to their diet. And this is such a dangerous misconception. Even if you are using anti-diabetic medication, your first line of defense against the complications of diabetes is still going to be eating right, exercising, and maintaining a healthy weight. Medications, if they're needed, are always used in addition to, not instead of, these healthy lifestyle habits. If you're not managing your diet and your weight, you're going to need more medication to manage your blood sugar. But if you do everything you can to live a healthy lifestyle, then your medication is going to work better for you. You're going to need less of it, and you'll be healthier in the long run. And finally, myth number 6, people with pre-diabetes or a family history of type 2 diabetes always eventually end up with full-blown type 2 diabetes. Fortunately, this is not true. If your doctor has told you that your blood sugar levels are borderline or that you have prediabetes, consider this a wake-up call. Get serious about losing weight, eating a healthy diet, and exercising, and you can very likely avoid developing diabetes altogether. In the transcript for today's show, I've included links to some related episodes on managing, preventing, and even reversing type 2 diabetes, and you'll find that at quickanddirtytips.com. I also host a free Facebook group to support people who are trying to lose weight in a sane and sustainable way, and that's something that can really help if you're dealing with diabetes. Just search for Way Less Life on Facebook. Our show is written by me, Monica Reinagel, edited by Karen Hertzberg, produced by Nathan Sems, and our team at Macmillan Audio also includes Michelle Margulis, Emily Miller, Morgan Ratner, and Kate Hines, under the direction of Kathy Doyle. Check out quickanddirtytips.com to learn more about our other podcasts, including Get Fit Guy and Savvy Psychologist, and of course, Grammar Girl. You'll find all of the Quick and Dirty Tips podcasts wherever you listen. And thanks for listening this week. I'll see you next week.